Hi, welcome to the live stream. For those of you who are new to this, my name's Jabeen and I'm a channel of Archangel Raphael. And in this live stream, Archangel Raphael comes through me to speak and shares appropriate messages according to who's listening and who will be listening afterwards. And also does healings and clearings as well, and shares information for the week ahead. So I'm just going to let Archangel Raphael come in now and speak. I would like you to know that there are many messages I have, and when I speak, I am automatically including every other angel and guide in the room. What I would like to share is that there is no such thing as needing to simply stay grounded at the moment, because what I see is that all of you are clearing a lot and you need to be with what you are feeling. So, what I see is that when you are trying to move forwards in life in an earthly way, you do need to be fully grounded, fully in your body, and all aspects of you need to be able to function. However, at the same time, you are not necessarily able to ground when you are purging deep emotional trauma and pain. Because what happens is that the pain you feel takes you out of your body unless you fully engage with it. And if you engage with it, you are no longer able to be present in the here and now and engage with your day to day life. So, what I will say is that for the people who are listening to this, you need to engage with what you are feeling in order to fully clear it. For some people, they have to keep functioning, and for them, what tends to happen is parts of them shut down. They are no longer able to access certain parts of themselves in day to day lives because they disconnect from those parts in order to function. Or other people live life in an ungrounded way where they are not fully in their body because the depth of pain they carry means that if they were, they would not be able to engage with life at all. What I'm really trying to say is that at the moment, you are really not going to be able to fully be present in the here and now all the time because you are clearing deep wounding from the past. And what I'm saying is be with what you feel. Do not necessarily disconnect fully from the present, what is going on, but be willing to go deep into what you feel and revisit the past if necessary, but in a way where you are transforming it by going there with your awareness, putting light in. What I have to say in this live stream is for the here and now. It is what the energies favour at the moment. And I will also say that although it is a new year, it will be a slow start for all of you in terms of moving forwards with your earthly lives. Be prepared for deep healing and stay in this space for as long as you can, because what I see is that it will bring you in good stead for the year ahead. The year ahead will present many opportunities for all of you to move forwards at a very fast pace, but it will be dependent on what you do now, how much you are able to clear. I will go as far as to say that for some of you, you will be fully well on every level later on in the year. There will be no more deep purging that you will have to do. Although you will find that it is useful to keep going inwards, to keep going into places that need light, that need greater awareness. What I am also trying to say is that because of what you are doing now, You are paving the way for your future lives. For some of you here, you have very high hopes for the year ahead. You have been feeling dissatisfied for a while now, and you want something to change. But the changes that you will have will be created by what you do within. What I would also like to share is that there is no such thing as having answers for everyone, but I see that you all have answers for many people. And what I will share with you is that these answers will broaden in their reach because people are looking for wellness. All people are looking for this at the moment. I would like to share that the quality of what you offer others in this life is dependent on how deep you go within, how much you access and uncover, and the depth of your awareness will then be fully acknowledged on the earth plane because people really favor depth at the moment. A lot of the values are quite the opposite to what they have been in life. People value depth, integrity, they value all kinds of inner work. And in fact, I will say the value that you have placed on yourselves will increase exponentially as you start to notice that you are needed and wanted to a much larger degree than ever before. And what I will say is this increase in value that you see in yourself in terms of what you have to offer the world will create changes in other aspects of your life as well, from relationships with others to other aspects, the way you live, what you start to aspire to towards in life. What I will say is for some people hearing this, you have not really always held yourselves to be highly valuable in the world. You have felt perhaps that parts of you are missing, that you are not really valuable people because you are perhaps unwell or unable to go forwards in the same way as others. For those of you in this category, you will start to notice that people are looking at you for answers, what you have overcome, and asking you questions, which will bring out a greater depth of knowledge from your being, and you will surprise yourself at how much you know, how much you have discovered. I would like to share that the broken pieces in life are often the ones that are able to mend others in the future because they go through their own processes in order to mend themselves. But I will also say that this does not mean it is anything that there is anything to be said about staying broken. I am not saying stay as you are because you will be needed as you are. I am saying carry on healing yourselves, carry on going inwards, finding answers, going with the flow of life and being open to what comes. Keep going because there is no value in terms of what you can offer others in staying broken. But the value comes when you learn to mend yourselves. And for some of you, your life purpose is precisely this. It is to repair yourselves fully from trauma, pain, all kinds of things, and show others how to do the same. I also would like to share with you that some of you here have felt quite victimized by life, by people, by circumstances. Some of you here feel like a victim inside. You don't feel very empowered when it comes to all aspects of your life. You feel something is missing in you to be able to tackle life head on, to cope with scenarios that make you feel that your life is out of your hands. For you, I would like to share something that is very honest, brutally honest, and that is it is important to turn all the parts of you which are very much in a victim state around. Because if you don't, what will happen is those parts will start to feel more and more persecuted and will be your downfall in terms of moving forwards at the pace you would like. Victimhood is not going to be supported in this day and age. And although there will be compassion for people who need it, those who choose to stay in victimhood mentality will no longer be supported. And what I mean by victimhood is not what you may believe. What I mean by it is a refusal to be in a different state, holding on to scenarios you have created in your life and you are not willing to change in any way. I would like to share with you the secret to moving out of victimhood is not to simply act, behave in a different way, because this may or may not work, but it is not really the answer if the energy behind the action remains the same. A lot of people who have felt victimized may believe that they need to stand up for themselves, speak up more, and although this may be the consequence of doing deep inner work, it is not by simply doing this that you will find yourself feeling more empowered. The answer is to get to the root of the feelings of victimhood. For a lot of people, this is about abuse, about parts that are missing in them, parts that have been crushed by life in one way or another. It is to identify the source of this feeling and to work with it. And when you do, you will automatically feel more empowered. Even by acknowledging the source of your victimhood, you will feel more personal power. What I will say is what you acknowledge no longer has power over you. It is something you are then able to work with, and life will bring you what you need to do this. You do not have to go looking for it. I also would like to share with you that you do not have to rely on other people all the time for your healing needs. A lot of healing can be conducted by you simply going inwards, clearing energy by acknowledging it, by asking for certain themes to clear from your life. A lot of healing can be done by you asking, going to that part of yourself that is sovereign, that is part of the oneness in all ways, going into it and asking for what you want and asking for the clearings you would like. And when you do this, what happens is that the rest of you responds, because this part that commands certain things to happen has, in one way or another, the power to transform all other parts of you. And energy starts to respond according to what you ask for. And angels around you are also supporting this, coming in to help the process. And if you ask us to come in too, we can be there and do even deeper work on you. A lot can be done by you. And then the parts which are very stuck, you can go to other people for. I am saying this so you understand that not all healing is about having to be with the right people to get what you need. Some healing is, but not all. A lot can be done by you alone. Finally, I would like to share messages about the week ahead. The week ahead is going to be similar to the one just gone, a mixture of things, a mixture of moving forwards in earthly ways, if you feel like it. But if you don't, it is good to focus on going inwards, clearing old pain, trauma, negative experiences, finding themes and releasing them into the light. It may also be a good time to be outdoors in nature, to rejuvenate your being, to keep topped up with positive earth energy, to complement what you are doing inwardly. I would like to share something new now, and this is something you may have not come across before. And that is, when you are here on earth, some people are going to be very sympathetic to you, but others will not, because they have their own pain and trauma. And those who are not will even start to blame you for what you feel, what you go through, because it will be inconvenient to them that you are not in the state they would like you to be in. For those who are often finding this in life, what I will say is be very mindful of who you have in your personal life, because a lot of people really have no time for others who are constantly in a state of needing help. A lot of people want to carry on going forwards with their own lives, and some people will be able to be there for you, but in a way where you are not having to rely on them, but in a way where they are willing to be with you regardless of your state, and they are not really that bothered if you are not feeling well. They simply are happy to be in your company, and they are able to have compassion for whatever you feel. What I'm trying to say is look out for people who you feel are okay with you, regardless of how you are, how you feel. Watch out for them. And they are the people who are right for you to have in your personal lives. For some of you who are hearing this, you may feel that you have never come across such a person. And I would like you to know that it is perhaps because you have not realized that this exists. But what I will say is that the people to have in your life on a personal day to day basis are people who are able to acknowledge, appreciate you, regardless of your state. And at the same time, for you to know that it is not for you to put all your emotional baggage onto them, to be with it yourself. It is not for you to expect them to meet all your needs, but it is for you simply to be with what you are feeling and know that you are accepted as you are. The reason I'm saying this is because there is a lot of wounding in the world connected to feeling that you have to be well in order to be with people, because a lot of people can't cope with consistent unwellness in others, consistent feelings of pain and trauma. And because of this, the person who is traumatized already gets re traumatized by how other people respond to them. What I would like you to know is don't ever feel that there is anything wrong with your state when you have these experiences. Know that it is because other people can't deal with it, and ask the universe for the right people to step in. I have no more messages, but I would like you to know that as you grow inside, in your ability to go within and feel what is really going on, you will really have to be more discerning about who you let in, because it is in your growth that you also realize how much you have within you. you realize the depth of your pain, as well as all the light and love and energy that you hold within your being that you can share with others. What I am really trying to say is really be prepared to let go of some people and let others in and see who ends up in your life as you ask for the right people to step in. And do not worry if some people leave, because it will be right if it does happen. That is all. Hmm. Yeah, thank you for listening, everyone, and hope you benefited from this. And please feel free to share this with anyone you feel may benefit from hearing these messages and yeah, receiving Raphael's energy and transmission. Yeah, have a lovely week ahead. Thank you.